Hi friends! For today's practice we're going to be using the wall, so I'm going to recommend setting your mat up with the short edge right up against the wall and roll it out away so you have a long line that you'll be able to lay down onto. I have a blanket here as well as 2 blocks. Those are 2 things that I'm going to recommend having handy today. And if you'd like to listen to some music while you're practicing today, feel free to put on whatever you'd like. I'm going to have a suggested playlist in the comments below, and you can just put that playlist on shuffle. It's a super chill, just kind of hang out kind of music. So let's get started in a butterfly pose. You're gonna sit right up against the wall. Bring your soles of your feet together, your knees wide. Allow yourself some space in between your body and your heels. And you can create as much space as you'd like here. If you have really sore knees, tight hips, if your low back is super wonky, these may be reasons why you decide to create more space. So take a moment to kind of wiggle around and see what feels good to you there. You're always welcome to put blocks underneath your knees, thighs, anywhere to help support your legs. And you're going to sit up nice and tall, rest your hands heavily on your legs, and just breathe natural for a few moments. Close your eyes. Take inventory of where you're starting from today. Noticing how your physical body feels. Noticing your mental body, any chitter-chatter going on in your mind, and noticing connection with your spiritual body. I invite you to bring your awareness back to your breath and start to balance it out, or extend your exhale if you need a little bit more calming today. I invite you to practice a diaphragmatic breath. So what that means is you're breathing using your diaphragm and you're filling your belly rather than a lot of movement in your chest. So bring one of your hands to your lower belly, one of your hands to your heart, doesn't matter which one is which. Inhale, send your air and energy to that lower hand. Feel your palm rise away from the wall as your belly pushes it out. As you exhale, release, feel your palm draw closer to the wall, but not actually squeezing into your belly. Just rest gently here. Inhale, feel that lower hand further away from the wall. And exhale, feel it come back in. And then start to notice a wave here. So inhale, feeling your belly inflate and your chest rise. Exhale, your chest lowers and your belly deflates. Go ahead and rest your hands back on your lap and try to maintain this calm breath throughout your practice today. Our yin practice can be a bit more introspective. There's not a lot of movement, there's a whole lot of stillness. And we'll talk about that a little bit more as we get started, as we get going. So if at any time you do feel that you've lost your presence, you've wandered off in your thoughts, your to-do list, anything else that's distracting you, try to come back to your breath awareness. Notice the pace, the depth, any of the sensations related to it, any noises, the temperature, maybe the gentle feeling of brushing in and out of your nostrils. So today, use your breath to help keep you present as much as you need to. If you'd like to set an intention for this time, feel free to do so. Maybe there's a word or a phrase that's resonating with you today, something or someone you'd like to offer your practice to. Or maybe you'd just like to make yourself open and available to receive whatever messages the universe is trying to offer you. Go ahead and flutter your eyes open. Draw your knees together and round your back here for a moment. Hug your shins. Let your nose or your forehead rest down. And come back up. And the rest of the practice is going to be done on your back. I like to move my blanket up and use it as a pillow. If you prefer, you can keep it down at the bottom edge of your mat. It'll help support your lower back throughout this practice. So to get into our first position, legs up the wall. Doesn't matter which hip and shoulder you scoot up to the wall. In a single swooping motion, you're going to lift your legs up and come down onto your elbows and then onto your back. So swinging your legs up and coming down. And you can have as much space between your seat and the wall as you'd like. If you have really tight hamstrings, low back issues, you might want more space or you might want more lift, so put that blanket underneath. If you're feeling all right here and you'd like a little bit more, you can scoot closer to the wall. We don't have a really fancy schmancy way to do that, just scoot. And here we find ourselves in legs up the wall. Try to relax your physical body as much as possible. Know that the wall is going to hold your legs up. There's nowhere to fall, nowhere to roll to, nowhere else to be. Just breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your nose. This is going to be the foundation of the rest of our practice here. So this will be our returning point in between most of the postures. Alright, so let's start with a gentle hip opener, but we'll start with wind relieving first. Slide your right foot so the sole of your foot is touching the wall. You can stay here or you can slide your foot further down and allow your thigh to apply a gentle compression to the lower right side of your belly. So this would be similar to drawing your knee in towards your chest, but keep your foot against the wall. Allow the wall to do the work. If you notice your hips are lifting up when you draw your foot down, either scoot away from the wall or lift your foot back a little higher up the wall. You want to keep your sacrum down on the floor. So from here, we're going to transition into a reclined butterfly, or reclined pigeon pose, reclined swan. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh and allow the right knee to come closer to the wall. So notice that your foot is not pushing into your thigh or your knee, it's overhanging. And you can just let your knee energetically reach towards the wall, or you can gently apply pressure with your hand into your thigh. So this is option one. This is where you can stay for the next few moments, or if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can start to bend your left knee, bring the sole of your left foot to the wall, still reaching your right knee towards the wall. And then find your edge here. Slide your left knee down the wall, or left foot down the wall as much as you'd like. Again, your sacrum stays on the floor. Don't overdo it. And breathe. And once you've found the shape that you'd like to stay in for the next few moments, try to relax here. Yin yoga is all about passive stretching. So when we relax our muscles, we can access the deeper layers of our bodies, the connective tissues, the fascia, the other things that are going on, all your ligaments, tendons, anything, your joints, anything that's not a muscle can have that much more attention when we allow the muscles to relax. So when we use the wall, we allow ourselves to let go just a little bit more than if we weren't using the wall. If we were just doing this position on your backs, you'd be holding onto your thigh with your arms, you may be engaging your shoulders, you may be engaging your arms, and with the support here, it just allows you to relax and let go a little bit more, maybe a lot bit more. So find your variation of the shapes that you'd like to be in for the next few moments, and just breathe. Notice your breath coming into your body and out of your body. So in Yin Yoga, we hold poses anywhere from 2 minutes to more than 10 minutes. So you can always feel free to pause the video and spend as much time in a shape as you'd like. Start to bring your awareness back to your mat. Start to bring your awareness back to your body. Take 2 more rounds of breath right where you are. And with your third inhale, or as you're ready, start to slide your left foot back up the wall. Pause here for a moment. Bring your right foot back to the wall and slide that one up as well. Rest here and legs up the wall. Maybe you observe different sensations between the 2 sides of your body. Areas where you do feel sensation, areas where you don't. Areas that may feel a little more open, areas that may feel a little more tight. Now we'll work on balancing that out. So when you're ready, start to bend your left knee, bring the sole of your left foot to the wall. Start to slide your foot down, allowing that gentle compression between your left thigh and the lower left belly. And from here, you're going to cross your left ankle on the outside of your right thigh. Open your knee up, bring your knee towards the wall. Start to feel that opening in your left hip. So again, just energetically moving it or gentle pressure with your left hand. And if you'd like some more, start to bend your right knee, bring your right foot to the wall. And then slide it down as far as you'd like. Find your edge. So when we talk about the edge, it's a place where there's a little bit of discomfort. Maybe it's physical discomfort, maybe it's mental discomfort, and it's not painful. So it's kind of like the Goldilocks effect, where you don't want too much, you don't want too little. If you don't feel anything here, you're never going to grow. You don't want to be afraid and stay in this place that doesn't let you blossom. And then just the opposite. You don't want to walk into the situation or gently pull yourself into this situation where your ego is driving your practice. So telling yourself you can go further, you can do more, and you end up injured. And that's not good. You're not going to come back to your yoga practice if you get hurt. Nobody wants to take time off of their yoga. So that balance right in between too much and too little is that area of discomfort. The only way that you don't want discomfort is in your breath. So this may be a little bit of a tight stretch for you. It may mentally be a little scary. And that's okay, as long as it's not painful, remember that. But see if you can soften your breath, calm your breath. Find ease in your energetic body in each shape that you take. Start to bring your awareness back to your mat and back to your body. Take 2 more breaths right where you are. With your third inhale, or as you're ready, slowly starting to come out of your shape. Sliding your right foot up the wall. Pause here for a moment. Uncrossing your left leg, return your foot to the wall, stretch your leg up, and rest here in neutral. Take 3 nice long deep breaths here. See if you can send your breath all the way up to your toes. And when you're ready, we'll start to come into dragonfly. So this is a wide leg pose, and you don't want to push yourself into it. Gently start to slide your feet away from each other. Let each foot fall in its own direction, and relax your legs. This is a position where time and gravity are going to encourage you deeper into the posture, the more relaxed that you get. So your body's not going to let you go too far here. If you are concerned about that though, your blocks are your friends. You can always place them over here under your thigh, under your calf, whatever is accessible, and let them help support you. So you're looking for some sensation of stretch in your yin practice. Again, you want to stay away from painful sensations, any tingling, shooting, stabbing. Those are bad pain. Those are bad sensations. You don't want those. So while you're here, bring your awareness all the way to the toes of your right foot. Maybe you wiggle them for a moment and then let them hold still. Feel the weight of your foot resting into your heel against the wall. And then start to notice the areas of contact your leg makes with the wall. So maybe there's areas in your calf, your knee, your thigh, your hip, maybe all the way up to your glute. Just notice. There's a heaviness and a lightness at the same time. Then bring your awareness to the toes of your left foot. Maybe wiggle those for a moment and then relax. Feel the weight of your your foot resting into your heel against the wall. And then notice all the areas of contact your body makes against the wall on the left side. So again, maybe it's your calf, your knee, your thigh, your hip, your glute. Noticing this lightness as the weight of your legs are touching the wall. This heaviness as you get more relaxed. Bring your awareness to your spine, moving from your tailbone to your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, your shoulder girdle, all the way up to your neck and the back of your head. Notice any areas that you may be tensing, engaging, tightening, and ask yourself, can I let go of this just a little bit more? Do I need to hold on to this sensation in order to maintain this shape? Start to bring your awareness back to your mat. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. When you come to your third inhale, or as you're ready, you're going to draw your feet back together. You can bring your hands to your outer thighs to help encourage this movement if you'd like. And rest in neutral. Take note of where you have come to in your practice so far today. Any differences that you may feel physically, emotionally, spiritually from when you started. If you notice anything, try not to make judgment on it, just observe. I'm getting ready for our next pose. It's going to be very similar to how we started. We're going to come into a butterfly at the wall. So as the feet come together, knees come wide, and slide your feet down the wall to where it's comfortable. You can bring your hands to your inner thighs to help encourage your knees towards the wall just a little bit. Don't push them too hard. Noticing your own edge. Where are you finding this level of discomfort that's sustainable? You can breathe through it. You can maintain presence. And just be here. And take note of any different sensations you may feel in this variation versus when you are seated. There might be a little less effort involved in this variation because you're not holding yourself upright. And check in with your state of mind. Notice if you're still present or if you've wandered off with your thoughts. If you've wandered off, that's okay. Just notice. And bring yourself back here. If you set an intention, is that still with you? If your intention was to follow your breath, is your breath still calm, still gentle? Are you still allowing your breath to guide you through this practice? Start to bring your awareness back to your mat and back to your body. And instead of coming into our neutral position, we're going to transition right into a variation of happy baby. So with your knees wide, bring the soles of your feet to the wall. You can bring them further away from your body if you'd like, but you want your toes to point at angles, so the same angle as your knees. You can slide your feet closer if you'd like a little bit more sensation. And just like before when we were practicing that reclined pigeon, reclined swan, be mindful that your sacrum is still on the floor. And see if you can release your thighs, your hips, your glutes, your back. Allow the wall to provide this stretch for you. Times like this, where there's more silence and less movement, that it can be more difficult to stay present. So just tune into where you are. Anytime you start to lose this presence, use your 5 senses to bring your awareness back. Notice, what can you see? What can you feel? What can you hear? What can you smell? And what can you taste? Start to bring your awareness back to your mat and back to your body. Take 2 more breaths right where you are. With your 3rd breath, or as you're ready, start to heel-toe your feet towards each other and then slide them back up the wall, neutral legs up the wall. We're going to set up for a twist next. And you have quite a few options. You can keep both legs straight, both knees bent, top leg straight, bottom leg bent, swap it around, top leg bent, bottom leg straight. So this is very much a choose your own adventure, as is most of yoga. As long as you're being safe, you can take any variations that feel right to you. So we're going to twist to the right first. I'm going to bend my knees just a little bit, bring the soles of my feet to the wall, and slowly start to walk them over to the right. I like to come into Cactus Arms here. If you prefer maybe having your arms out wide, overhead, maybe keep them on your belly, that's fine. So try to keep both shoulders on the floor. You can always bring your blocks over. You can rest your feet on your blocks. You can rest your thighs on your blocks. And this is where I'm going to decide to stretch out my bottom leg, but keep the top one bent. So to help me relax a little bit more, I'm going to use the block so I stop engaging my thigh. And taking note of the engagement anywhere else in your body. Noticing if it's necessary in order to hold your shape. Try to allow yourself to be as still and as soft as you can here. Another big breath in and a full breath out. Then slowly bringing your feet back up to neutral. Maybe bending your knees first. Take your time getting there. And when you're ready, going to twist to the left. I'm going to go in the same way I went onto the first side. But remember that each side of the body may feel a little different, so maybe it wants something a little different. Coming with my bent knees. My shoulders are still resting on the floor. I'm going to extend my leg. I'm not going to extend my leg. Atlas is blocking me from doing that. So I'm going to extend my top leg this time. deep breath in and a full breath out. And slowly start to make your way back to neutral. Stretching your feet up towards the ceiling. This time, point your toes. Allow a gentle stretch to the front of your ankles. This time, flex your feet. Feel the stretch in your calves. Rotate your ankles one direction. And then switch directions. One more point. And flex. And relax your feet back against the wall. I invite you to stay here for your Shavasana, your final relaxation. Close your eyes and allow your breath to return to normal. Take one last scan of your physical body. Relax your toes, your feet, your ankles. Relax your calves, shins, knees and thighs. Relax your hips, buttocks, abdomen and chest. Relax your lower back, middle back, upper back and shoulders. Relax your upper arms, elbows, forearms. Relax your wrists, your hands, and your fingers. Relax your neck and relax your head. Notice if you're scrunching your eyebrows, clenching your jaw, or squeezing your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Allow your face to relax. If there's any area of your body not totally relaxed right now, inhale, send your awareness, your energy, your prana there. With your exhale, encourage it to relax and let go. And relax your mind. Notice any thoughts, any feelings bubbling around in your head. If you find anything you don't need to take with you today, inhale just to notice its presence. Exhale, encourage it to move on and to let go. Allow yourself to lie here, still and relaxed, body and mind, for a few more moments. Bring your awareness back to your body. Start to bring some gentle movement to your body, wiggling your toes, fingers, ankles, wrists. Maybe rocking your head from side to side, stretching your arms out long. Whenever you're ready, hug your thighs towards your belly. Give yourself a squeeze here. Gently roll over onto the left side of your body. Rest in the fetal position for a moment. And slowly, mindfully, take your time. And eventually press yourself upright and come to a comfortable seat. Keeping your eyes closed, sit with a tall spine. Then inhale, reach your arms overhead. And then exhale, bring your palms together, draw your thumbs down to your heart. Inhale to lift the corners of your mouth and smile. Thank yourself for stepping on your mat today and spending a little extra time, energy, and love on you. Namaste.